Well, hello and welcome to my International Materials Research Congress 2021 poster video presentation. In this poster presentation, we're going to talk about statistical students t-test in carbon nanospheres synthesis from cis-1 polysoprene, better known as natural rubber. The purpose of this research was focused in prove if two different samples synthesized by the chemical vapor deposition method can be considered by the same population. The two samples were synthesized in the same experiment and the same conditions, but one sample was obtained from the surface of the catalyst, which is a steel bar, and the another sample from the quartz tube surface. As is known, statistical is usefully applied in collect, analysis, and making decisions based on a set of data to solve problems. In this case, the statistical student's t-test was applied taking into account the carbon spheres diameters observed by scanning electron microscopy. In this part, we can In this part, we can see the different carbon spheres from both samples. One from the steel bar over here, and another from the quartz tube over here. The sample means of the diameters were 761 nanometers diameter from the steel bar and 441 nanometer from the quartz tube sample. Well, the student t-test over here in the center is used to determine a possible significance between the means of two samples or groups, and can be an option in hypothesis testing, which means that statistical analysis is used to analyze the behavior of the samples with the purpose of discovering implicit patterns and trends. It was necessary to calculate the sample size of an infinite population using an equation to be sure that the study is really representative. In this case, it was possible to measure 50 carbon spheres diameters to analyze the samples, and it was possible to obtain the mean distribution for both samples. Well, over here we can see the data obtained, and this is representative of the data from each sample, right? The statistical analysis showed a higher mean and standard deviation in steel bar sample and better data distribution too. Based on the student t-test, it was possible to reject the null hypothesis over here since p-value is less than alpha, indicating that carbon spheres means are not equal to each other. On the other hand, over here, Raman spectroscopy showed the characteristic D and G bands in both samples. In this case, G band of carbon spheres obtained in the quartz tube surface was more intense than the other, which means better graphitization of carbon spheres in the quartz tube sample. As complement, the Fourier transform infrared analysis was realized to determine the functional groups in the samples. We can see the valence vibration in this range over here that represent the free OH elongation vibrations, the bands corresponding to the in phase and out of phase CH2 vibrations, the the presence of double bonds of carbons over here, and etc. And as we can see, as conclusion, the carbon spheres were synthesized from cis-1,4 polyisoprene, better known as natural rubber, on two kind of surfaces using green chemical principles, and the CVD method that is this over here. The statistical analysis showed that the behavior of the data for both samples of carbon spheres, and it was possible to prove that the two samples of carbon spheres cannot be considered as the same sample and must be used separately in subsequent studies. That's all. If you need to see the references, I invite you to scan the QR. My email is at the beginning of the presentation and over here. And so that's all. Thanks for watching this video poster presentation, and have a nice day.